I'm a little surprised you're this mad, but you said if it were you and you were still on the team, you'd go say something.
Yeah, because it's you're going to have games, especially in the preseason, where things don't go right. All right, plays don't work, or guys, the motion isn't timed up right, or a defensive stunt, guys trip and fall. You're going to have things like that. But to watch, in my opinion, the lack of emotion, the lack of effort, the lack of any response. All right, New England goes down and scores. Let's respond. Let's go out there and hit somebody in the mouth. There was nothing. There are guys that would give an arm, they'd give a body part to be able to be out there and play. And to see those guys go out there, it's just a slap in the face to anybody that cares about football.
So you're 11 years in the league. You never had a preseason performance. You personally.
Not like that, no. If I had a series like that, it was embarrassing, and you go out there and you tell the coach, hey, coach, I need one more series. And you go out there and you do something about it.
Lions starting a line left midway through the first drive. They played, well, not all of them, but 5 plays. 248-539-9797. Feedback coming in. Whether or not you take this as a true concern, a warning sign. Do you have outrage, or is it the old deep breath? It's the preseason.
9 sacks.
Todd in Farmington Hills says the Lions likely have a 6-10 team with the starters and an 0-16 team with the backups. # fire Quinn and Patricia.
I know last night what we saw was horrific, John. I understand why you're so upset. But kind of like the ticket text just said, in the grand scheme of things, does last night just represent the Lions backups are infinitely worse than the other backups in the NFL, specifically last night the Patriots? Because, Doug, you mentioned the starting 5 for the offensive line only played 5 plays together. If this team has an injury, and injuries happen throughout the NFL for every team, it's going to affect the Lions way more than it's going to affect any other team, it seems like, because that's how bad their backups were last night. Horrific.
Agree. But the problem I have was the lack of
you wanted a sense of urgency.
I wanted a sense of urgency, a lack of emotion, the lack of purpose for being on the field. All right, whether you win or lose the game, right? In a couple of weeks we scratch the slate clean and we start over. All right, against Arizona. But what you see on the field in terms of it's not a light switch that you can turn on. You can't just say, well, I'm going to play this way for 4 weeks, and then hopefully in week 1 I could turn that switch, and all of a sudden things are better because I'm playing harder. That doesn't happen. You practice, and coaches will, and I'm going to go straight coach speak. You practice the way you play. If this is a practice game, this is what we expect to see when we start the regular season, when we play in games for real.
248-539-9797 from an unnamed texter. Why is everyone saying preseason doesn't mean anything? It means a lot. It tells you if you have a potential starter, potential backup, or if you have nothing. And Justin Herbert with the number 1 overall pick. Everyone isn't saying that. I'm saying it. And I'm not saying it doesn't mean anything. I'm saying I'm not gonna do what I would consider overreacting to good or bad in the preseason. I've been fooled before. And I'm slightly concerned at what we saw, but I want to let them get to a real game before I start drawing conclusions of what this season's going to be.
I will say this. From now until we see the team in Houston, there can be a major shift in attitude. There are still 3 preseason games to watch and to play. I need to see a sense of urgency, a sense of meaning. My emotion and my dislike for what I saw last night is because it was not football. And it is a slap in the face to anybody that has ever played the game before, to the fans, to watch them go out there and play like that.
He's hot, people. 248-539-9797. Let's go to Bobby in Detroit. Hi, Bobby.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Great. Man, listen, don't question what a football player say. The guy just told you it was crap. It's garbage. We're talking about a 6-10 team, right? With a new coach, correct?
No.
So,
Second year.
listen, Karsch got injured, right?
Yeah.
You think he wanted to go out there and play hard? Somebody has won the damn Super Bowl. All right, so don't make no excuses for this bum-ass organization. All right? They've never won nothing. So everything they do from this point on has to be, like you said, go out there and play your tail off each and every time. Don't make no excuses. I don't care if it's practice, flag football, from an organization that has not won nothing, man. Quit making excuses. Your quarterback is garbage. The team is garbage. Everything about that organization is garbage, all right? So until they do better, quit making excuses.
Bobby, I want to ask you. I want to ask you a question. Hold on, Bobby. I just want to ask you a question. The question is, had they won last night 31-3?
No, it doesn't have anything to do with win and losses, man. Do it look like they are a professional team?
Had they looked good? Had they looked good and won 31-3 in the first preseason game of the year? Your thought would have been?
Dude, I don't care how many preseason games you talk. The league is talking about eliminating games, preseason games. So guess what? If they only had 2 preseason games, right? They would only have one more game to show anything that we would probably want to see, like some type of heart, play with some type of emotion.
Okay, so
you know
again,
I mean?
back to the question, which I'm not sure you answered. If they won 31-3 and looked sharp last night, you'd be encouraged. You'd be like, this team's going somewhere.
All of the semantics and all of that. See, that's what I don't like about you, Doug. You try to take something that's reality and twist it in your own little silly
I'm
way.
asking you. I'm
You know what I'm
asking
saying?
if
that's probably
everything
why
was
you
reversed.
never played football.
I played 1 year.
You did? What? Kicker? Wait, what did you do?
I was a running back. I had 30 yards on 20 carries. What'd you say?
I guarantee you can't do 10 push-ups. So let's don't get into the physicality.
I can't do 10 push-ups?
I bet you. I
can do 10 push-ups before you're off the phone.
Well, why don't you sound like it? Give me some emotion, some anger sometimes.
I will if this happens in the regular season. I'm not going to get this worked up about the preseason, nor was I going to crown them NFC contenders with a great win. Honestly, it's an overreaction. And do I think John's overreacting? Yeah, a little bit.
No. How many? So we're just going to go ahead and say, you know what? Hey, boys. Hey, it was a tough night last night.
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. But
this isn't a matter of.
There's a bunch of guys that are going to be changing oil at Uncle Ed's in 3 weeks.
I agree, but this isn't a matter of talent. I'm not talking about the talent level out there. Yes, they had more talent than we had. Their 2s were better than our 2s. Their 3s were better than our 3s. Their 1s were better than our 1s. I'm not going to argue that point. The point I'm arguing is there was a time where the camera went to the sidelines. And I know Jelani Tavai is excited, and I actually thought that he played hard and played well. But at no point were the Lions winning this game. They took the camera to the sidelines, and they show him laughing on the sidelines. As a rookie, as a veteran on the team, you should grab rookies and say, hey, we need to look at these pictures. Whether you're in there or not, we need to make sure we're taking mental reps on every play that is played. That is not being done when you're laughing on the sidelines. Did you see any of that when they showed New England sideline?
Well, no, but I bet it happened. I bet it happened when the camera and the director decided to go to a shot is what
when you
saw
look at the leader of the New England Patriots. When you look at the leader, Tom Brady, and the camera is always on him. Every time they showed him, he was in the game. He was talking to his quarterbacks when they came to the sidelines. Because God forbid something happened to Tom Brady. He still wants to win a championship. And if something happens to him, they've got to look to Brian Hoyer, Jarrett Stidham, somebody to step up and continue to win. He was in the game for every play.
All right, do I need to bang out 10 push-ups next segment?
I actually wonder how many in a row you could do. Not just 10. How many can you do?
I think I can do them for the entire commercial break.
Yeah, out of all the radio hosts, I was thinking he challenged the wrong guy. I mean, there's a lot of unfit, radio hosts at this station, but Doug and Caputo are the two guys I'm pretty sure could knock out 100 push-ups between breaks. Yeah, Caputo's an underrated strength, man.
Actually, you know what?
Dude, we got him on tape. Go back, 971ticket.com. We've got him on tape doing push-ups between breaks.
He's also got those T-Rex arms, so it's not far for him to go.
I've seen him at the gym. He just turns to me and goes, "You want me to see me lift that whole rack?" Like, straight up, dead serious, too. And I'm like, "No, Pat, I don't, but I'm sure you could."
97 won the ticket.